All right, hello, Cheerskevin here, and welcome back to Minecraft SevTech. And if you've been faithfully following the series, I'm trying to keep that little area secret for just a few moments. If you've been faithfully following the series, you may have noticed a comment or two, or other videos that I've been putting out. You may have noticed that hey, my basement is flooded, and that is going to be occupying a whole bunch of my time. So I don't know when this episode is going to get out. I don't know what the quality of the audio is because I've torn up things like rugs or that presumably would help reduce sound issues. So yeah, this is this is the state of things. But this is just to let you know that at this time. The video that you're watching is being made after that whole stuff has happened, because I did have a couple of episodes that I had already recorded prior to the basement flooding, which is all good. So the audio quality may be a little, there are fans and dehumidifiers and stuff running in the background. The basement is very echoey, and my ability to record is also kind of limited because I'm trying to avoid too much noise traveling upwards. But yeah, so here we are. I have been building a little bit. Just to take my mind off of this whole tearing out our basement whole thing. But I have expanded our sort of open air blacksmithing a little bit. I crafted up a porcelain casting basin because I believe that's something that we'll need. We did create this faucet to dump stuff out, and I think we can put stuff in here. One of the reasons for that is I was actually looking at this the flame grilled hopper, and it looks like now that we're in stage 1, there is a different recipe. So last time we had to get a shadow gem, and it was a big pain in the butt, and we had to defeat a creepy monster. But now we could use lava wood. So I went and said, okay, well, what's lava wood? It looks like lava wood requires you to take lava and then pour it out of a thing into a thing on top of wood planks. I said, well, that sounds great. Let me go ahead and do that. I'll just set this down, and then I'll just have to get some lava and throw it in here. And then I realized I have absolutely no idea how to do that. I don't know what, how exactly we're going to transport lava from here to there. But yeah, let me go ahead and take a sleep real quick, and then I'll show you some of the other stuff that I have been building. And yeah, so actually, I take that back. It does look, so if I look, we don't have buckets. We do have clay buckets, which says it will literally melt away after transporting a hot liquid. And I'm wondering if after is a key word here. To do that, we would have to fire, well, you can cast it using something that we don't know yet. It's an early game alternative to standard iron bucket, like throwing counter cover hearts. They can be used to transport liquids, but they will break, okay, after pouring out a hot liquid. So we could use it as a one-time use thing. We would need an unfired clay bucket, put that in a clay kiln. Unfired clay bucket, we need a turntable. So this is a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't want to go through a big crafting and exploration-y thing without you. So I've moved some farming stuff over here. I did try and expand out use the aqueducts that we made in the last episode for some good. But the big thing that I've worked on is over here. We finally have the horsepower working for us. And I'm not incredibly in love with the design, but it is what it is. The only one that I think is currently being used for, gusts of lag. The only one, yeah, so there's some dark oak wood here, because you can actually use these hoppers to just throw stuff in here. And this is the chopping block. And yeah, if I hover over it, we're currently winding up, so we're half chopped. And oh, okay, I guess we're done being chopped. And yeah, I've been getting sticks and planks and whatnot, mostly to build this thing because it required a lot of planks and stuff. Also, yeah, I got a whole bunch of saplings and started planting them down because I want access to all the different types of trees. I've tried to do my best with varying up this floor, but yeah, design is not my strongest suit. But yeah, now we have the horse press and the grindstone, yes, and the chopper, and yeah, so I'm excited about that. And we also have one horse that's just kind of roaming around free, but this is at least now a pen that can keep them in place. The other animals are still over here in their cobblestone areas, surrounded by these two tall spider totems that will give us wall climbing abilities. I think eventually at some point we'll migrate them into a nicer area. But The reason that I decided, okay, this is, there's definitely still more designy stuff that we could be doing. But the reason I decided, hey, you know what, this is a good time to go ahead and record an episode is because, well, I need to gather more resources, I think. I'm at a point where we really want to make some progress in this tech tree, and obviously I don't want to do that sort of thing off camera. So also, yes, you can make wooden crates out of chests, and they're basically, they're just like this. And I decided, okay, I'm going to use those between these chests because why not? And I've started trying to get all my chest stuff over here. Now, you may have noticed that there have been these side buttons that we've basically ignored. You can say merge, and that will basically take anything that already exists in this chest and try and fill it up. So because there's already some cobblestone slab in there, we'll go ahead and say, oh, sure, I'll go ahead and fill those out. Of course, I can also deposit everything in my inventory. Especially, actually, I'll go ahead and do that. Why the heck not? But this, in theory, should help mitigate the amount of places where you have one of something in all of the chests or something like that. But I've been trying to at least gather up all my storage stuff. So yeah, we can figure out what to do there. But I do want to, so I ended up putting the kiln back on top of some burning low-grade charcoal. But of course that means that, well, we either need the flame-grilled whopper to get stuff out of it, or I have to deal with it manually, or it looks like there's a thing here called the dung pipe, which is used to pull items out of a block, or use a sewer pipe to pull through solid block. Okay, well, yeah. The dung pipe is apparently something that we can set on the side of a block, and it'll just spit things out like a hopper, except it spits them out as items. So I'm interested to try that. Let's look at the recipe real quick and just see if that's something that maybe we can use. So it's just some slabs and a plank. And do I have, let me gather that stuff up. Let's see. Cool. Okay. So the dung pipe. And if I plop this on here, let's see if that works. Oh, it does. Okay. So basically it just spits out the item and now we have it. So that's awesome. Interestingly, it doesn't update the model though. That's curious. Oh, actually now I'm wondering. Oh, it did. Ooh. Have we discovered a bug? We may have discovered an item duplication bug. No. Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, yeah, okay, the item wasn't in there. I guess it's just a graphical issue. But my thinking is, what if instead of putting this on the side, we could, or instead of putting this on the front, we could put it on the side. What? No, don't put it in there. Put it on the side. We could also put a grill here as well, and have them both spit into here, and then have a hopper right here that spits everything out to a chest. That way, we can still keep our clay kiln and grill. I don't like not a huge fan of the look of this, but we'll get over it. But that way, we can still have those tools without me having to go out and get two more of those cooking hoppers, because these do keep the item above heated and then work as a hopper. But cheaper is to just use the everlasting flame underneath those things, and then we can have our grill back and stuff, and which means I don't need to supply coal into a furnace. But speaking of coal, let's look at the main tree here, which is prospecting. Well, I suppose coal is, yeah, blah. Let's see, find a source sample and dig for coal is there. But before that, let's look at prospecting. We need to craft a weak dowsing rod to help us locate ore. So this, in theory, is supposed to help us figure out exactly where to be digging down. There's also a plumb line to help us discover our Y level, because if we look at F3, it is not available. And yeah, and then that's it. Barrel extensions. I don't know why we would need. I mean, I suppose we can craft it up because why not? But yeah. And then, yeah, basically, I'm going to have to spend a bunch of off-camera time, I think. Yeah, so most of this stuff is go and find a bunch of ores. That's stuff that is not going to be particularly thrilling television or internet television. So we'll go ahead and do that off-camera. But I wanted to get the setup going ahead of time. Actually, I also have marked out, you'll see a little gem on the map off in that direction. There's a coal sample over there. And I waited for you because I'm a considerate YouTube host. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, what do we need to construct this plumb line? Okay, so for this we need a rock and then bolts of string. String is simple enough. Spindle, also simple enough. Okay, fair enough. Let me gather those things up. I know we've been chopping some some sticks over there, and I'm sure I've got string somewhere. If not, I've been growing cotton, which I believe we can use to make string. And there we go. Also, yeah, I really like this that you can just double click in JEI. For people who play modded, I'm sure they already know this. You can just double click and then boom, it's going to highlight just the stuff that you're looking for. So that's incredibly useful. Let me grab some stick. And I'm actually going to come over here and do some harvesting. By the way, you can right click on these things without having to get rid of the plant, which, man, I feel dumb for not realizing before. Oh, I don't need that string. Thank you. No. Fine. Whatever. That's okay. But you can do that to harvest the cotton. And you can also do that to grab berries. So you don't need to keep breaking these berry bushes. You can just right click it and gather this stuff. It looks like the recipe for string requires 3 cotton and then a work blade. I'm wondering if we have an upgraded work blade. Let's take a look. It actually doesn't look like it, just the flint one. Okay, let me gather that stuff up. Okay, so let's create a work blade. Ba-bum. Transfer that and pull that in. And now we should be able to, if we take the cotton that we gathered, if I go like this, we get 1 string from that. And yeah, we're gonna need, I guess, 16 string total. And okay, so bolt of string. Oh, we need to create the spindles. Let's create, no, I just need 2 of those. 1, 2. And go back to the plumb line, bolt of string. There we go, 2 of those. Thank you very much. And plumb line. What? Oh, I need a rock. Fine, we'll just get a rock that way. Not the most effective, not the most efficient way, but that's fine. Boom. There we go. Okay, we've made the advancement. That's fantastic. Can I? Oh, okay. It just tells me. That's nice. So with that, let's craft a weak dowsing rod. And it looks like that is just some, yeah, okay, cool. So some wood and then some sticks. Do we have those on us? I've got to grab logs from somewhere. I still don't have these things actually labeled. That would be nice. Yeah, so I think this is how... because dowsing is the whole, prospecting for, yeah, okay, so may only be used for ore in H1 and below. It will detect unlocked ores in a 48 block straight line. So I think it just detects immediately beneath. And look at that, we've got the achievement already. That's great. Okay, so, should we get that? I feel like we should try, an alloy kiln from immersive engineering to create bronze. That sounds very fancy. Oh, you know what? Actually, I wanted to try something with this melter. There are some ingots that, this corallium gems, and I'm wondering, can we throw the corallium gems in here? It looks like we can. Okay, no, it can't be molten. Okay, never mind. I was wondering if maybe that was something that we could then spill out into, well, who knows? We're gonna have to figure out how all of this fun, smelty stuff works. But in the meantime, let's find that coal sample and at least test this dowsing rod process. And then should we create the barrel extensions just because we can? Maybe. Oh, and this is already telling me nothing of interest. Interesting, okay. And here we go. Here are the coal samples. So I can, there we go. We got, locate and mine coal. We've now made that achievement. Okay, and it looks like that's the end of its own tree. Fair enough. But in theory, if I were to dig down, nothing of interest up to 48, okay. So the premise here is that these samples should only exist where there's, oh, there we go. Found corallium ore 2. Okay. Let's be dangerous, I guess, and dig straight down. This sounds very responsible. There we go. Okay. Some corallium ore. Cool. And I can't even pick it up. Yeah, I don't need the poisonous potato. I don't need marble either. Cool. Okay, so that is helpful. And but in theory, somewhere around where those you're only going to see samples on the surface where there is a vein below. Now, it could be that it's just at too low of a Y level for our weak prospector to find, or it could just be that I didn't happen to stand on the right squares. Either is entirely likely. Oh, and it looks like at some point we got. Oh, okay. So everything you need to know about mining with geolysis. Oh, okay. Every so often, these manuals just seem to show up in my inventory, and I don't quite realize it. Okay, so mod was meant to add difficulty to mining, assume configs are default, blah, 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 blah. And it's also a question of how valid is this stuff going to be? because samples below Y24 have a chance of spawning a magma block. Interesting. There's a question of how much of this stuff is modified because it's in the SevTech mod pack. Is because we could just be looking at documentation for the mod installed on its own. Samples generate on the surface within the same chunk. Okay, so it's only telling us that it's in that chunk. And yeah, start digging, make a prospector's pick and a compass. Let's see, do we have a prospector's pick? Prospector. We have the weak dowsing rod, but yeah, we don't have access to the prospector's pick. And okay, it got rid of that. But yeah, that's the general gist of what we're looking at. Okay, so what were we going to do? We were going to create those barrel extensions. So let's see here. Barrel. Well, let me grab. I know I have a clay barrel somewhere. I'm just going to also, let's see, merge. Yeah, there we go. So a bunch of stuff I already happen to have. That's nice. Right. Okay. So I have a clay barrel in here, which I suppose we can just plop down for the heck of it. Yeah, I guess we'll put it there. I don't really know why. I don't know what we're going to use it for, but we can create a barrel extension. All right, unfired clay barrel extension. Okay, so that's just some clay. Easy enough for us to knock that one out. Except actually, I think I used this to test the horse press. So I think all of our clay exists in block form. Let's go here. Yep, there we go. Bunch of clay blocks. I wonder if I hit U, I can see the uses for it. Oh no, I can't. Oh right, because it's selected the wrong thing. Oh okay. Yeah, it will let me use just the vanilla style. Give this back thing. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you very much for that. Let's go ahead and craft up some barrel extensions and get that achievement under our belt. All right, unfired clay barrel extension. And if I plop this in here, it should, in theory, cook up and then spit it out to the side. So if we had a hopper there and then, I don't know, maybe a chest there, we could also have a grill on that side spitting things that side as well. Cool. Okay, and that time we didn't end up with a visual glitch, so that's something. I don't like we may hide this away just because visually it annoys me, but that's okay. Do we get? Did we get the achievement? We did not get the achievement. Oh, place it on top. Okay. Boom. Boom. Oh, okay. There we go. Barrel is empty, but now it is twice the length. Okay. So, it does look. So I'm guessing that the alloy kiln is going to require copper. Let's check that. Alloy kiln. Ooh. Hang on a second. Alloy kiln from immersive engineering. Oh, you'll need. Ooh, okay. So this one is a multi-block thing. We need 8 kiln bricks, and we need to put them down in a 2x2x2 structure, and then right-click the thing with an engineer's hammer. Okay, so let's look. What is a kiln brick? So a kiln brick looks like this, and it is made from. Let's see. Okay. Well, from kiln brick slabs is an option, and that's not. Okay, so brick and sandstone. Brick. How do we get brick? Can't do it that way. Terracotta, we can craft into brick. Okay. Oh, okay. We can fire clay into bricks as well. Okay, so maybe this is actually doable. We will, however, need an engineer's hammer. And that... Okay, so the engineer's hammer, however, is going to require a copper ingot. Okay, so I found some copper, which actually pops up as azurite. If you pick up the azurite samples, actually I dropped a bunch off. Also found some tin cluster at some point, but I don't honestly remember where that was, which is not great. I've discovered that mining this stuff out is very, very slow. Because of course we're dealing with a stone pickaxe. And these are some substantial veins. There was one vein that actually just happened to be right by our totem where we killed the skeleton. But there you go. We have a copper cluster. One tip that I read is, hey, you can give yourself haste 3 if you just build a totem around where you're going to be mining. So let me find this place in the center here, and we'll just dig down. Because to get it at that point, we would need this to be 6 blocks high, I think. Oh man, this is going to be, yeah, this goes down. We're going to end up with a lot of copper here, which is exciting, but also, yeah, potentially very, very time consuming. Is that enough space? I don't think quite. Let's do, maybe, oh man, we're going to have a lot of resources after this. That's awesome. Another thing, there are a couple of utilities that I mean, must be coming from some mods, but I don't know. Ooh. I hear skeletons. Must be coming from some mod, but I don't really know where from. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need the whittling knife. Can I craft that? I should be able to craft that, right? I have a flint. Awesome. All right, let's, will this work as a hard surface? Yes, flaked flint. Okay, whittling knife and a stick, easy enough. Whew, I did not want to have to go back up and grab that. All right, so it's already set up for totem base. And then I'm gonna have to look up which is the one that gives us haste. Google says it's buffalo, so we'll give that a try. Buffalo. Let me plop down some more. Plop that there. Oop, not quite. There we go. Buffalo. And let's look. What do I get? Cool, haste. Okay, so now if we stack 5 more, or sorry, 4 more buffalo on top of here, we should be in a good spot. So let me, I guess, yeah, we'll go ahead and use cobble because why the heck not? Well, I'm gonna need to access these. Add 1, 2, and more buffalo, please. Now we should have haste 2. Awesome. And then if we stack, yeah, so the max height of these, well, we'll do. I'm trying to remember exactly. We'll find out. I think, yeah, third one is not going to give us haste 3. We need 1 more after that. Let's double check. I guess I got to wait for this to expire before it renews stuff. Okay, still haste 2. Another buffalo, please. Okay. Fine. Okay. And give me haste 3. Haste 3, awesome. Okay, so now if we mine, okay, not hugely better, but I mean, it is something. So, okay, I'm going to go through the process of getting all of these, this copper cluster stuff out of here. And then hopefully we should be set for a while because this is a significant vein. All right, I have a confession to make. Unfortunately, I mean I've expanded out our little open air smithery, but unfortunately I managed to get this achievement, the alloy kiln achievement. I made progress without you. I also went ahead and found ore samples finally. But no, I decided to craft up these blocks because they just required sandstone and clay bricks. And I decided I'd craft them all up. We still don't have an engineer's hammer, so we can't make the actual kiln, but the achievement is tracked by simply having crafted the blocks. So we've made that achievement. So hooray. But yes, as I said, we found the ores. Interesting thing to, gosh, I don't even know how much, ooh, what's this? Sentient sword, right? I've been searching sentient sword because I was looking at some of the further achievements. I think there was probably a clip that'll end up in the video of me finding some ores over there, and I hunted around a little bit more. It was not too difficult actually to find all of these ores, but I have honestly no idea what we're going to do with them. So I'm going to this is mostly empty. Let's go ahead and just, I don't know, sure. We'll deposit most of that. Is there anything here I'm gonna desperately need? I don't know, let's keep some food. Okay, no, I think we're, hold on to we can always use some of these. Okay, anyway, I want to figure out how exactly we're going to do this smeltery stuff. So I'm hoping we don't end up needing, the veins are very large. I'm hoping we don't actually need as many as we had. But if we look now, if I hit, well, actually so we need, to make the kiln, we need an engineer's hammer, which means we need copper ingots. Now, how do we make copper ingots? I don't entirely know. Actually, well, we should be able to find out. Let's hop down this chain. We can craft them from it. Okay, so there's a casting thing from Tinker's Construct, which I don't know about yet. We can take a block of copper and hammer it into copper ingots. We can make a block of copper. Ooh, how are we going to do this? Yes, okay, through casting. If we pour the molten copper into a bucket, then we get a block of copper. So we have the casting basin. So my hope now is, what if I put clusters here? Is this gonna, oh, not enough heat to melt this item. Can I put charcoal in here? Yes, I can. And of course there is an in-game manual that will explain how this works. But if we hover over it, is also telling us this actually seems to be doing fairly well in terms of number of units required. So, okay, I don't know why this heater then. Oh, is the heater using the same, I wonder if this must be just mirroring. Yeah, I think it is. I think the heater is just this is just showing us what's in. Oh, it is. Yes, it's saying, hey, the heater has blah 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 units in it, and the temperature is 200 degrees. I do think if we look at the recipe, it does tell. Oh no, it just tells us time. I think for some other stuff, it would actually tell you that you have to be able to reach a certain temperature. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these smelt up. Okay, cool. So, there are 3 ingots worth of molten copper in there. That's interesting. Can I? Ooh, I can pour it out. There we go. So yeah, if I just right-click the faucet, it pours out into there. And I guess I can't really do anything with it because it's not a full block worth of it. Yes, it's 432 of 1296 miniblocks, something. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and throw more in here. I'm imagining 9 is the amount. Oh, I can't. Ugh. Well, that's kind of gross. Can I? Okay. Well, I have wood. Oh, where did I put my? There's the crafting bench. Let's make a chest. Actually, you know what? We may have slightly less space than I actually want. Oops. No, we'll go back here. We'll make another hopper. My fear, though, is that we may not actually have enough space to set this up quite how I would. No, we should be okay. It's just going to be a little inconsistent. I'm wondering if I can do this, though. Also, probably shouldn't be cooking hot stuff right like that. Oh, yeah, that reminds me to talk about the other 2 setups I have here. I did end up... Now, I don't like the look of this at all. But we now have chests with hoppers. The dung pipes spit these out here, and then we end up here. This means that I can throw... well, I don't have... logs here, but we can go ahead and kiln stuff. We can fire stuff in the clay kiln. We can throw stuff on the grill so we don't have to rely on coal, and that should be good. So, okay, so these will sit in here. Presumably now I'm gonna see, can I just put 3 more of these, and will it go ahead once it's melted down? Because it looks like the liquid capacity is different from the solid, the melting capacity. Oh, and we're also out of... Okay, fine. Throw a bunch of charcoal in there. And that does... Yeah, okay, so it's mirroring that. Let's go take a nap. Okay, so it does indeed fill them up. So that's nice. So I can at least use that. I guess maybe it'd be worth it to set up... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tear this down. And we'll do some more chests. Or we'll do another chest and hopper setup, right? So that way I can stock some... charcoal as well. So for this one, we'll need this. And I'm gonna need some more wood planks, which I know I've got here somewhere. Still don't have anything labeled. Okay, fine. We'll make some more planks the age 0 way. And it's nice to actually see. You can see the progress of the chopping, which we didn't get before. So that's convenient at least. All right, yeah, that should be plenty. Let's go ahead and make ourselves one of these. And yeah, I guess I can just put that there. Yeah, this should work nicely. And then I should be able to put more charcoal in there so that the heater can be refilled as well. Yeah, cool. And I guess in the service of that, we can throw in tiger wood, well, and oak wood. And we can throw in whatever. And you see, it does load up into here. And as soon as this turns into low-grade charcoal, it's going to go ahead and spit it out. And we'll actually see it because it spits it out as an item in just a second here. We don't get a progress bar on that one. That's kind of a bummer. There we go. Okay, spit it out, and we have some low-grade charcoal. Now what I can do is I can take the low-grade charcoal over to our horse grindstone, and the horse grindstone will spit out actual charcoal. So it's a little bit of a process, but hopefully one that I'm not doing. You can see I've already done some of that. I'm like one of those TV chefs. I'm like, and it just so happens I've already baked a cake very similar to this. So let's move on. Anyway, yeah, then I should, in theory, be able to just throw this in here, and we can validate that it does show up. Yes, cool. Okay, so we can, in theory, stock this full of charcoal. Are we done melting? We are done melting. Let's pour this out and see what happens. We are filling up. Oh, look at that. It is cool. It is changing color as it's cooling down. And can we just take this, or do I have to break it? I can take it. Cool, awesome. Now we can throw it on here. And I saw someone use this strategy to just use a drying rack to store items. And I thought that's a brilliant idea. Wait, why can't I? Oh, I just got, okay. There we go. We have 9 copper ingots. Awesome. Okay, so with that, we should be able to make the engineer's hammer and actually get our kiln working. I think I did craft up 1 piece of string. I don't have sticks. I need sticks. No, let me put this back, please. Boom. Okay. Yeah, for sticks, we'll just chop some planks because I'm just a lazy butt. Bum. Okay, and then it is stick, string, and then copper here and here. And engineer's hammer, here we are. Let's go ahead, and I'm hoping we can just hit this. Boom. There we go. We have a kiln. That's awesome. I'm guessing I can use coal in here. And this is, so this is the alloy kiln, which means that we can presumably combine multiple things to make a thing. And I'm wondering, can we put, for example, yes, okay, so we can put copper there. One of the things that it wants us to do is to make bronze ingots. And one of the things that I noticed, because I was not having a lot of fun mining all this stuff, is that, hey, there is a bronze pickaxe, which if we hold shift has a mining speed of 6, and we are pouring out some tin. I like that I don't actually have to mine it, even though it is, I mean, it's in theory like a full tin block. I can just go ahead and pick that up. Let's plop that down here. Take our hammer of, oops, yeah, I gotta hit it up there. And then, boom, boom, boom. Ah, so fun. Okay. Now we've got some tin ingots, and I'm wondering if this is going to work. Let's get 4 of them, which means I did switch this out for charcoal because I don't want to waste our only coal. Yeah, and we should end up with bronze. And then I guess I'll try hitting this with a hammer and see if we can make our bronze pickaxe. It does seem very weird to me that copper and bronze are considered to have the same recipe here. I'm not entirely sure. If not, we'll take a look at the recipe for bronze ingots and see what we can make out of them, because that would also, maybe there's some cool stuff we can unlock that way. Oh, wow. Okay, so that just took out 3 of, so there's some sort of ratio, actually. Brains over bronze. We have unlocked that achievement. There seems to be some sort of ratio of, actually, so I want the, yeah, aha, so it's 3 copper and 1 tin produces 4, or 3 copper and tin dust, which I don't know exactly how that would work, or copper grit and tin it. Okay, cool. So yeah, there's a ratio, which I guess makes sense for an alloy. Let's see if we can smash this up real quick. If not, I'm probably wasting these materials, but that's okay. Don't really need the engineer's hammer, I don't think. Not for much anymore. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we have a plate. Let's see about this. So this, and then zoop. Ah. That is a bummer. Copper plate, not bronze plate. That really feels like a bug. So the copper pickaxe and the bronze pickaxe have the same recipe. Bronze pickaxe. I mean, I could just go ahead and see if I can make it that way, but I'm guessing it's going to default to trying to just make me a copper pickaxe, which is not what we want. Okay, so let's try this. Bum, bum, and copper plates. Oh, it does. It does indeed make us a bronze pickaxe. That's so weird. If I try and make a copper pickaxe, can I even do that? Copper pickaxe. Oh, weird. It won't even let me select that one. Huh. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I will take the cheaper version of the... I mean, I guess that's less resource intensive. And this, in theory, should mine faster. That is way faster. I'm very happy about that. All right, so that's fantastic news. If we look here, so the next steps in our journey are going to be to craft the Necronomicon, and then do some dark rituals, finding a Shoggoth lair. We did already find some Shoggoths. Oh, and then we'll have to craft a statue with Shoggoth flesh. Interesting. Huh. Okay. And then there's a capture a demonic will to build a blood altar. So a lot of kind of creepy, dark, terrifying stuff coming up. I guess this probably brings our awesome mining stuff to a conclusion. Also, do you like my fancy backpack? I'm not sure of whether or not we crafted that in this episode. But yeah, stay tuned for dark and evil things as time allows, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.